Qiao Hao didn't have her seat belt on, so she fell forward, almost hitting the windshield in front of her. Settling her nerves, she turned hurriedly to ask Qiao Anxia, "Sis, are you okay?" Qiao Anxia gripped onto the steering wheel, panting heavily. When she finally managed to calm down, she shook her head. "I'm fine." Looking straight ahead, she gazed at the red Audi A4L before them whose back was crushed. Qiao Hao alighted, observing the damage. It wasn't a serious accident, but the bumper was completely squashed. Qiao Anxia alighted shortly after. Without even looking at the damage, she walked to the driver's seat, knocking on the window. When the window shield winded down, she apologized before asking, "Do you want to settle privately or call the police?" The Audi A4L owner was a fashionable young lady with long curly hair. The sudden impact had left her frightened and pale. She didn't bother looking at the situation and said in a warm voice, "I have already called the police, and the insurance company can settle the damage." Qiao Anxia smiled nonchalantly, reaching for her bag to retrieve her name card, passing it over. "This is my contact details." The traffic police arrived shortly. They took photos of the impact and got them to drive to the side of the road. After registering the car plates, they asked for their driver licenses. Qiao Anxia rummaged around her bag before remembering that she had left her license in another bag in Gong hotel. The Audi owner seemed to be in a hurry. She left immediately after settling with the traffic police. The police had other matters to tend to, instructing Qiao Anxia and Qiao Hao to stay in their original position. After about 14 minutes, Qiao Anxia looked up in boredom. Just then, through the rear mirror, she saw Gong Yang's car speeding over. "Gong Yang is here," Qiao Anxia said before stepping out of the car. Gong Yang's car stopped steadily behind Qiao Anxia's car and Lu Jinian jumped out from the driver's seat. Ever since Lu Jinian had rejected her, Qiao Anxia had not spoken to him. She couldn't help frowning when she saw him leave Gong Yang's car. "Why are you here?" Qiao Hao instinctively lifted her head the moment she heard his name. Once she caught sight of him, she bit her lip slightly before stepping out of the car. At that moment, Gong Yang had already come over too. With Qiao Anxia's license in one hand, he walked over, explaining with a warm voice, "Mr. Lu's assistant drove his car, and since he was in the city, I brought him along." Gong Yang turned, looking towards Lu Jinian. "Mr. Lu, why don't you drive my car? I'll drive the two of them to the set." Ever since Qiao Hao had stepped out, Lu Jinian's gaze was fixed on her. Even when Gong Yang spoke, he was still looking at her. After making sure that she was all right, he shook his head. "It's okay, I'll get a cab."